2014 तक लोगों को गैस का सिलेंडर लेने के लिए पैसा दे करके उनको ब्लैक में लेना पड़ता था, लाइन लगा के पुलिस थाने के सामने गैस का सिलेंडर पड़ता था और उसके बाद भी गैस नहीं मिलता था, लाठियां खानी पड़ती थी। और आज 11 करोड़ नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने गैस का सिलेंडर प्रधानमंत्री उज्ज्वला में दिया। ये एनर्जी सिक्योरिटी कौन सी एनर्जी सिक्योरिटी? मैं आज कहना चाहता हूं, आप पेट्रोलियम की बात कर रहे हैं, आप देखिए साउथ ईस्ट एशिया की बात करिए। अगर इंडिया में हमारा पेट्रोल 94 रुपीज पर लीटर है, डीजल 87 रुपीज है, नेपाल में 103 रुपया पेट्रोल है, 156 रुपया डीजल है, बांग्लादेश में 106 रुपया पेट्रोल है, डीजल 105 है, पाकिस्तान में 255 है, 258 डीजल है, श्रीलंका में 309 रुपया है, 317। मैं उनकी जानकारी में दे रहा हूं कि आज भारत में सबसे कम तेल का दाम, इसलिए कि भारत में एक स्थिर सरकार है, नरेंद्र मोदी के नेतृत्व में एक मजबूत सरकार है, इसलिए मुझे कहने नहीं दीजिए कि अब कोई विजन नहीं था। आज मोदी जी का एक विजन है जिसका स्पष्ट तौर से, और मैं कहना चाहता हूं कि आज उस दिशा में जो हमने रिफाइनिंग में भी क्षमता को जो 249 मिलियन टन पर ईयर, उसको मैं अपनी बात को कंक्लूड कर रहा हूं, उसको बढ़ा के 249 मिलियन टन पर ईयर से 450 मिस्टर जयप्रकाश ट्राई टू लिसन मी 450 मिलियन टन पर ईयर ले जाने का लक्ष्य है। आज चाइना की क्या ऊर्जा नीति है? घरेलू उत्पादन पे, कोयले पे। भारत सौर में भी है, पवन में भी है, हाइड्रोजन में भी, एलएनजी में भी है। आज हम उसको एक सस्टेनेबल एनर्जी की मॉडल कर रहे हैं। जापान, दक्षिण कोरिया ऊर्जा आपूर्ति में विदेशों पर निर्भर है और भारत अपने घरेलू उत्पादन क्षमता को बढ़ा करके आत्मनिर्भर भारत बनने जा रहा है। तो इस तरीके से अगर अमेंडमेंट लेकर के आए हैं तो आप
माननीय मंत्री जी,
और मैं डिस्प्यूट रिजोल्यूशन मैकेनिज्म दिया है।
माननीय मंत्री जी, प्लीज बैठिए, प्लीज।
हो गया यार, हो गया। Madam, I would like to start by.
Please, Betty, please.
I would like to start by. Madam, I would like to start by thanking you and through you all the honorable members who have taken the floor. And I can say with all sincerity that it always immensely pleases a minister when a discussion of this kind starts to become information sharing with some good ideas coming, and it begins to take the shape of a seminar rather than a discussion on partisan lines. Therefore, I want to start by thanking all the honorable members, and I will start with the last of my colleagues and friends who have spoken, Shri Jagdimpika Pal ji. I want to thank Shri Padavi ji, Shri Mohammad Bashir ji, Tanuja Rani ji. I want to thank Ravinder Vaikar ji, Krishna Prasad ji, Pratima Mandal ji, Ramashankar Rajbhai ji, Shri D.M. Kathir Anand ji, Shri Dilip Saikia ji, and my colleague and friend Shri Manish Tiwari, who led the discussion. Madam, because of the shortage of time and in the interest of efficiency, I would suggest that I club some of the points made and respond accordingly. The first issue which has been raised is, what is our long-term strategy for energy security? And I can say that our long-term strategy for energy security revolves around the trilemma of availability, affordability, and sustainability. And so far we have navigated all three, availability, affordability, and sustainability, I think very successfully under the Honorable Prime Minister's very bold and upfront and decisive leadership. Let me give an example. When it comes to availability, we have not hesitated, as the Honorable Member said, of importing from wherever we have to. and he mentioned a windfall, he mentioned problems can come. I just want to apprise him of the ground reality. Insofar as we are concerned, we used to import from 27 countries. Today, we are importing from 39, and of late, we are even buying from a 40th country. We will buy from wherever we have to. And my common refrain to my counterparts in other countries is, if you have oil in your backyard and if you can deliver it to my port of importation at a reasonable price, we will buy it from you. We do not distinguish between the sources of supply. But our companies, I am talking only about the public sector companies, the private sector I think is equally efficient at that, perhaps more, perhaps less. We will issue a tender at the point of importation that we need a particular grade of crude at a particular point. It can be Visakhapatnam, it can be any other point, and whoever wins the tender can supply. The supply logistics, the fleet, etc., is up to the supplier. We are very clear on that. And therefore, whether ups and downs come, during the last few years that I've been a minister, there's been turmoil in the market. There was an economic lockdown. The price of a barrel of crude came down to $19.56 a barrel. It then shot up to $128 a barrel. Today, when we look at prices, we are all within a range. And today, I would like to tell my friend, the Honorable Shri Manish Tiwari, there is more oil in the world coming on the global market, particularly from the Western Hemisphere. Let me give you the example of Brazil. It used to make 3 million barrels a day. They're bringing up another 140,000 barrels a day. Guyana, Suriname, Canada, the US. US is the world's largest producer. It produces 13 million barrels a day. They're bringing on another 1.6 million barrels. There is no shortage of supply. Therefore, if you are a large consumer, which we are as India, we are one of the largest consumers, we can leverage that market consumption card to diversify and buy from the cheapest source. I have therefore no doubt in my mind that we will be able to navigate this trilemma in the years to come with equal success under Prime Minister Modi's leadership. Now I come to affordability. I would have thought that some of my friends across the opposition benches would have talked about the price of energy. Very few of them did so, because the honest God's truth is India is the only country in the world where over a last 3-year reference period the price of petrol and diesel has actually come down. And the BJP states, which have, I will give you the answer, have the patience to listen to it. Have the patience to listen to it. We have brought down the price of petrol and diesel because the Prime Minister reduced central excise on 2 occasions, November 21 and May 22, whereas the Congress-ruled states, have been increasing their VAT. They've also been increasing milk prices. So let us have a serious discussion, and whenever you are in a meet for a serious discussion, I will sit for you. Now we come to prices in the neighborhood. Prices in the neighborhood are at least 15 to 20 to 25% higher than in India. Equally, prices in Western Europe and the United States are much higher than in India. It's only in India that prices have come down. Now we come to what is our overall strategy. Overall strategy is to increase domestic exploration and production, but also to increase our clean energy. When Mr. Modi assumed responsibility, the biofuel blending at the center, which was aimed at 5% for 10 states and union territories, I was part of that effort, only came down to 1.4% total. We had a target of 10% biofuel blending till 2022. November, we did it 5 months in advance. We had a target of 20% biofuel blending for up to 2030. We have done it 6 years in advance. We have already achieved 20% blending, 19.6% in the last 1 month. Now I come to some very interesting points raised. A CSR issue has been raised by my colleague from the Samajwadi Party. I'm so happy he's raised it. They come to me and I tell them, CSR, according to the law, is an expenditure on corporate social responsibility which has to be incurred by the companies. out of the 2% of profits that they make, and there is a threshold for that. So it's a very interesting situation. The honorable members come to me and tell me कि CSR दिलवा दीजिए, then they sit in the house and say मतभेद नहीं होना चाहिए, differentiation नहीं होना चाहिए. I now have an answer to give them. Since you don't want any differentiation, you don't want us to reply, please deal with the companies directly. That is my answer to you. You cannot have it both ways. Come to me in my chamber and say करवा दीजिए, and then you turn around in the house and say differentiation here. मेरा आपको तब भी आंसर यही होता है, अभी भी यही है. कंपनीज डिसीजन लेती है, कंपनी का बोर्ड डिसीजन लेता है, क्योंकि ये कंपनी के प्रॉफिट से आता है. So let's not play these little games with each other. Several things have been said about our federal structure. Madam, one of the honorable members from Tamil Nadu has raised a very important point. He raised a point about environmental damage. He also said that, a letter had been written by the Honorable Chief Minister. I have seen some reference to that, and I would like to point out the following. That when a block is offered as an offshore deep water block in the country's territorial waters, which is outside the jurisdiction of the state government, it's a very large area, sometimes 10,000 square kilometers. Very large area. Now, when you ultimately go to prospect there, when you go to do the drilling, it's in a very small area. And wherever the drilling takes place, permissions will have to be sought. And the permission granting authority is the state government. And I've had a few examples myself. The honorable member from Trinamool Congress spoke, and she referred to one such case. I want to share with you my experience of what happened in the Ashok Nagar discovery in West Bengal. What happened is that the ONGC had incurred a expenditure of about 1,000 crores, and I think they had dug something like 99 wells, and the matter came up in Parliament, and ultimately, I'm very happy that on 24th February 2025, this permission has been given by the West Bengal government. I have listened for 2 hours. I have listened for 2 hours to the debate, and I think I owe it to my colleagues to give them an answer to what they have said. Insofar as what an honourable member, I am not yielding. I have to give a reply, and I am winding up very quickly. On the issue of, Madam, I am seeking your understanding. I know how to respond to these things, but I will choose to confine myself here. I will respond to the honourable member separately later. But the point here is our overall strategy is very clear. We need availability, affordability, and sustainability. Number two, we will also go down the sustainability not only in biofuels, compressed biogas, green hydrogen, and we are making massive progress in all these areas, including newer technologies, including encouraging startups. So I think we have a holistic approach in all that. I want to once again thank all the honourable members for participating in the debate. I now commend that the bill be adopted by this House.
विधेयक पर विचार किए जाने हेतु प्रस्ताव। प्रश्न यह है कि विधेयक पर विचार किया जाए। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में है वे हाँ कहें, जो सदस्य विरोध में है वो ना कहें। मेरे विचार में निर्णय हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ, हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ। विधायक पर विचार करने हेतु प्रस्ताव को स्वीकृत किया गया। अब सभा विधेयक पर खंडवार विचार करेगी। माननीय मंत्री जी,
Yes, I recommend that it be taken up for approval. Clause 1.
संशोधन स्वीकृत करना है। प्रश्न यह है कि माननीय मंत्री जी द्वारा प्रस्तुत संशोधन 3 और 4 को स्वीकृत किया जाए। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में वो हाँ कहें, जो सदस्य विरोध में है वो ना कहें। मेरे विचार में हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ, हाँ वालों के पक्ष में संशोधन स्वीकृत हुआ। खंड यथावत संशोधित। प्रश्न यह है कि खंड 2 यथा संशोधित विधेयक का अंग बने। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में वे हाँ कहें, जो सदस्य इसके विरोध में है वो ना कहें। मेरे विचार में